Hello, a very good morning. Welcome to the Mega News at 8. News coming to you live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Nungwa, Adogono. We're bringing you major of the stories from the local to international front right after the headlines. Court of Appeal indefinitely adjourned state's stay application in Sedinam Temaklo's case. In business, Ghana's cocoa output projected to drop 16% next season. On the international front, around 60,000 migrants reach Ceuta in 24 hours, local leader says. This and many other stories coming up. We'll bring you stories from the health as well as the tech story. My name is El Samuels. The news is also live across all social media handles on MBN 360. Details of the stories coming up after this break. In our first story, the Court of Appeal has adjourned indefinitely without delivering a ruling on the state's application for stay of execution in the case concerning the former Maslock CEO Sedinam Temaklo Atium. The Court of Appeal has indefinitely adjourned proceedings without ruling on the state's application for stay of execution in the case involving the former Micro and Small Loan Center Maslock Chief Executive Officer Sedinam Temaklo Ationu. The state had filed the application seeking to suspend the effects of the court's earlier decision that acquitted and discharged the former Maslock boss. However, the appellate court did not deliver a decision on the application and instead adjourned the matter indefinitely. The development means the legal uncertainty surrounding the state's attempt to challenge aspects of the case remain unresolved, pending further direction from the Court of Appeal.
Cannot be the case at all. You see the judgment of the High Court. Yes, Sednan actually absconded after she had actually been confronted with the evidence led by the prosecution. It was not for nothing. So I'm saying, find out from the current attorney general, you know the kind of opposition that he mounted to the appeal? Or was there any opposition at all? I don't know. That's it.
The Ghana Immigration Service arrested 17 suspected human traffickers and rescued 85 victims in operation at Dowenya in the Greater Accra region. The operation forms part of an ongoing effort by security agencies to clamp down on trafficking networks and protect vulnerable persons. The Ghana Immigration Service has intensified its fight against human trafficking, arresting 17 suspected traffickers and rescuing 85 victims in Dowenya in the Greater Accra region. The operation, according to the service, was carried out as part of efforts to dismantle trafficking networks and safeguard individuals believed to have been subject to exploitation. Officials say the rescue victims are receiving necessary support, including protection, screening, and assistance as investigations continue. The arrests come as Ghana marks the World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, with authorities warning that traffickers are increasingly adopting new tactics, including the use of deception, online platform, and fake employment opportunities. The Ghana Immigration Service has urged the public to remain vigilant and report suspected trafficking activities as part of broader national efforts to combat the crime. In other stories, Ghana's parliament has approved a landmark private-public partnership (PPP) agreement to reinforce the road and bridge tolls through a nationwide electronic toll collection system, paving the way for modern cashless tolling across the country. Parliament has given a green light to a 20-year concession agreement between the Ministry of Roads and Highways and a special purpose vehicle to be established by Rock Africa Limited for the reintroduction of road and bridge tolls. The project will replace the suspended manual toll collection system with a fully electronic platform designed to improve efficiency, reduce traffic congestion at toll points, and minimize revenue leakages. Under the public-private partnership agreement, the concession covers financing, design, construction, operation, maintenance, and eventual transfer of a nationwide electronic toll collection network. Lawmakers on both sides of the House backed the move, arguing that the system will provide a sustainable source of funding for road maintenance whilst offering motorists a seamless technological-driven payment experience. The approval marks a major step towards restoring road toll revenue, which was halted in 2021, with implementation of the electronic system expected in phases across the country.
I sat in cabinet when the then Minister Sensu brought a very similar proposal, very, very similar to this. And we all agreed to it in cabinet. The cabinet accepted it. So I'll be a hypocrite to come and say that I won't support what the minister has brought. Whatever reservations I have, in principle, I have to support it. So I will urge that members should support it. Because if I sat in cabinet, the then minister adduced reasons why we should do the same thing, and I turn around to be against it, it will not be good of me to do that. The second reason, Mr. Speaker, is that we abolished the road tolls for one simple reason. We did not want to burden Ghanaians with both the e-levy and the road tolls. Basically, that was the reason. When we sat in cabinet and the road tolls came, the e-levy came, we knew that it will bring some bit of burden to Ghanaians. So we didn't want to have the situation. So we looked at it and said, which is the best thing to do to at least cushion Ghanaians? And we said at that time that there were a lot of queues, Mr. Speaker, at the road tolls, the intersections where we have the tolls. And people were spending hours upon hours upon hours. And if you calculate the amount of fuel, the amount of money they were using to buy fuel just at that place, we felt that it would be a burden. Because we calculated that we could get as much money, as much as 10 billion cedis then.
And that does it from the major bulletin on the local front. We're going for a break. When we return, we'll bring you business.
Hello, are you building your dream home, office, and now project? You need the best stone to make it stand out. Say a in papa I besi I would the ma abo fonkwana ubehu. And one flower stone works. What I had say you was stone type will be to say Sakwa cotton stones, cotton shears, crumble cotton brown, sheer granite grey, clipped cotton stones, crumble cotton black, and a breaking shares. Flower Stone Works delivers a durability, beauty, and style. Na yet so your boss ewe ye jumum emani dimu ankasa. I mean, one stone at a time. Wobet me afre wa machu for isu 0555 512 995. Me si susu bim 0555 512 995.
Flower Stone Works.
Beauty is money.
Welcome back from the break. You're still live on the morning bulletin, coming to you from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension. Ghana's cocoa production is expected to decline by at least 16% in 2026-2027 crop season, with the Ghana Cocoa Board attributing the projected fall to adverse weather, disease outbreak, and natural production cycle of cocoa trees.
Ghana's cocoa sector is bracing for another challenging season as the Ghana Cocoa Board forecasts a sharp decline in production for the 2026-2027 crop year. Cocoa Board says cocoa output is expected to fall by at least 16% due to a combination of adverse weather conditions, swollen shoot diseases, aging farms, and the natural fruit-bearing cycle of cocoa trees. The regulator also cited the lingering effects of El Nino, heavy rainfall in key cocoa growing areas, and the impact of illegal mining, which continues to reduce available farmland in parts of the western and western north regions. The projected decline comes as neighboring Côte d'Ivoire, the world's largest cocoa producer, also anticipates a smaller harvest, raising concerns over global cocoa supplies and the potential impact on international cocoa prices. Cocoa Board says it is intensifying farm rehabilitation, disease control measures, pesticide spraying, and the distribution of free fertilizer to help improve productivity and support farmers in the coming season.
Away from the business desk, we turn our attention to the sporting arena, where fresh from an impressive opening victory over Cape Verde, Ghana's Black Queen will look to strengthen their chances of advancing when they face Cameroon in their group match on Sunday, August 2nd.
The Black Queens continue their campaign with a crucial group stage clash against Cameroon on Sunday, August 2nd. Ghana sets into a counter full of confidence after defeating Cape Verde in their opening match on Wednesday, securing a positive start to the tournament. The victory has boosted the Black Queens' hopes of reaching the knockout stage, but they face a strange challenge against a Cameroon side renowned for its physicality, pace, and experience in continental competition. Head coach Kim Las Bijokekrin is expected to rely on the momentum from the opening win as his side aims to secure another positive result and move closer to qualifications. Kickoff is scheduled for Sunday, with Ghana seeking to build on its winning start and maintain its push for continental success.
And from the Black Queen's upcoming games against Cameroon on Sunday, we go for a break. When we return, we'll bring you some more stories from the tech front.
MBN Jasuni from Ejahima. Sawupa MBN Jasua from 0245 88 2128. MBN Jasu coming home na yendi eja at the right place.
Welcome back. On our tech story, Ghana has officially opened a continental artificial intelligence hackathon in Accra, bringing together investors, developers, and policymakers from across Africa as the country seeks to position itself at the forefront of the continent's transition from AI ambition to practical implementation. Accra has become the focal point of Africa's growing artificial intelligence ecosystem as Ghana officially launched a continental AI hackathon aimed at accelerating innovation and digital transformation. The event brings together software developers, entrepreneurs, researchers, students, and policymakers from across the continent to develop AI-powered solutions to challenges in healthcare, agriculture, education, finance, and public service delivery. Organizers says the hackathon is designed to move Africa beyond discussions about artificial intelligence and towards development of practical, scalable technologies that can drive economic growth and improve lives. The initiative also reinforces Ghana's ambition to become a regional hub for responsible AI innovation by fostering collaboration between government, academia, and industry and the startup communities. Participants will compete to develop cutting-edge solutions, with winning innovations expected to receive mentorship, investment opportunities, and support for commercialization, strengthening Africa's growing digital economy. Away from the tech story, now we venture into the health sector, where a new study suggests that reducing children's sugar intake during the first 2 years of life may significantly improve brain development, memory, and long-term conjunctive health, reinforcing calls for healthier early childhood nutrition.
Limiting sugar consumption during the first 2 years of life could have lasting benefits for brain health, according to new research. The study found that children exposed to lower levels of added sugar in early childhood were more likely to experience better cognitive development, stronger memory, and improved learning abilities later in life. Researchers say excessive sugar intake
MBN Jasu nie from me Ejahima. So upasa uba MBN Jasua from 0245 88 2128. MBN Jasu come home na yendi eja at the right place.
Welcome back from the break. You're still live from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension. Is the Saturday edition of the news today. South African music sensation Tyler has removed Nigeria from the African League of an upcoming world tour, disappointing fans who has anticipated a performance in one of the continent's biggest entertainment makers.
Nigerian fans will not get to see South African Grammy-winning star Tyler on her upcoming world tour after the country was excluded from the final list of tour destinations. The revised schedule features performances across North America, Europe, Australia, and selected African cities, but Nigeria is notably absent despite its status as a major hub for Afrobeats and live entertainment. Neither Tyler nor her management has provided an official explanation for decision, prompting widespread reactions on social media, where fans have expressed disappointment and called for an additional Nigerian date. The omission has sparked debate within the entertainment industry, with some observers pointing to logistical challenges, venue availability, and event planning considerations as possible factors. Despite the disappointments, fans remain hopeful that Nigeria could be added to the tour schedule in the future should additional dates be announced.
On an international front, Spanish authorities are grappling with a major migration surge after the leader of the Spanish enclave of Ceuta said about 60,000 migrants arrived within 24 hours, raising fresh concerns over border security, humanitarian assistance. Spanish officials are responding to unprecedented influx of migrants after approximately 60,000 people reportedly entered the North African enclave of Ceuta within just 24 hours. The territory's leaders described the situation as extraordinary challenge, with emergency services working to provide shelter, food, and medical care, whilst authorities seek to restore order. Ceuta, which shares a land border with Morocco, has long been a vocal point for irregular migration into Europe, but the latest surge is among the largest reported in recent years. Spanish security forces have been deployed to strengthen border controls, whilst Madrid is expected to engage with the Moroccan authorities, European Union partners on measures to manage the situation. The latest development underscored the growing pressure on the European migration system as government balance border security with humanitarian obligations towards those seeking safety and better opportunities. And from the migration story, that brings us to the end of this morning's and mega news at 8 from our studios on the 10th Avenue Extension, Great Estate, Nungwa Adogono. But before we take leave of you, let's take a second look at the stories making headlines. Court of Appeal indefinitely adjourned state's stay application in Sedinam Temaclose case. In business, Ghana's cocoa output projected to drop 16% next season. On the international front, around 60,000 migrants reached Ceuta in 24 hours, local leader says. Thanks for staying with us this morning. My name is El Samuels. For more news, log on to MBN 360. The news was also live across all our social media handles. Do have a good morning and enjoy your weekend.